Well, good evening. I am Sharzad Morgan, and I have a couple of comments to make about all the police protection at the DNC convention. I think it's great that they have police protection because they should be safe, but I really want to draw attention to the fact, and I'm not the only one commenting on this, I'm just kind of copying Jimmy Dore here right now. Isn't it interesting that when it comes to them, the political class, they have fences up to 3 miles away. They're fenced off the area. Police, ID required to get into the convention. But when it comes to the border, nothing. When it comes to voting, you don't need ID. And when it comes to looting and stealing and petty theft, we don't need police because none of this affects them negatively. You see, when these illegal immigrants come in, it helps the rich people get cheap labor. It helps them get voters because they give them free money, and you don't need ID to vote. By the way, a number of states are now passing laws requiring ID required to vote. Now, I'm an immigrant myself. I was born in Germany and came here as a child. And I think that people do like to move around the world, and there's a way it has to be done. If you've watched what's going on in the UK with the riots, it has to do with unbridled mass immigration of people who come in who are lawless and do not integrate into society. I think that even here in the US, we're not doing people any favors by allowing them to speak their own language when they're here because they have no power. You're powerless if you're not integrated. And there has to be a limit on how many people come in and how they come in order to maintain a stable functioning society. Now, some of the governors, as you recall, they had a clever idea. So Texas, I believe, was it Texas? They're like, okay, well, we'll just give all these illegals coming across the border, we'll give them a free bus ride or a free plane ride to Martha's Vineyard. Oh no, the rich people who are in Martha's Vineyard and the Hamptons, they don't want those illegals. They want us, the poor people, the working class, the peasants, to have them. They don't want them. So that's why I think it's very disingenuous to say that, oh, we care about these illegal immigrants, let them in, because they're using them as serfs, as peasants, as working slaves, and for votes. But they don't want them anywhere near them. And so they pretend like they're not able to have any police enforcement. But look at what they can do at the convention. Just see what they can do. They do have police, and these police have guns. I thought they were against guns. So that is very classist of them and very selfish of them because they want to be safe, but they don't want us to be safe. Now, I have a lot of sympathy for people coming across the border and coming into our country from other countries to flee their country. Because honestly, people don't want to flee their country. I'll tell you, I still in my heart miss Germany. You know, I feel like Germany was ripped out of my heart. Now Germany is not the same Germany I remember as a child. They've gone rogue with their NATO and EU bullshit. But the reason they're coming across is because of poverty and all the coups. The U.S. has a lot to do with the poverty and the migration, because every time we have a coup, every time we sanction a country, we plunge them into poverty, we cause division, and that causes people to have to flee. You know, so if we really cared about people, we would want to keep everybody here safe, and we would help those countries rather than trying to control them. But I just want you to notice that these rich people or the political class, the people speaking at the convention, they want to be safe. So they're safe. They're in their own class, probably their gated communities. They have their limo drivers, their security, their Secret Service. But when it comes to the rest of the country, they're letting it rot. They don't care about theft of businesses. They don't care about homelessness, people sleeping on the streets. They don't care about fake voting. They don't care about borrowing money for these poor people because it doesn't affect them. In fact, it benefits them because they have cheap labor and they have free votes. By the way, those of you who think that Trump is going to change anything in Israel, he's not, because Trump is even more pro-Israel expansion than Biden and the Democrats. Jared Kushner has financial interest and Biden has financial interest in the settlements in the West Bank. They want to build hotels in Gaza. So under Trump, the genocide will continue unless, of course, some of the states in the area put a stop to it. I'm surprised that none of the Trump fans are protesting against his stance on the genocide. You know, the same Republicans who are against abortion, they do not care that children are being killed in Gaza. Again, that's them, those dirty black people, those dirty brown people. You know, that's them. Now, I'm a white woman, but my dad is a dark person. So I've grown up seeing how he was looked down on and treated badly, especially in Germany. Maybe that's one reason he didn't want to come to the U.S. So, you know, I have kind of that side of it to look at as well. Anyway, those are my thoughts on all of this. And again, thank you for watching my video. I'm trying to deliver news with, instead of just being so angry, like trying to be like a little bit more calm about it. Let's see, who do I watch? I watched Kim Iverson today. I watched Barry Cunningham and LV Nation, just to name a few. The Duran Report, Judge Napolitano, I don't think I saw him today. I love YouTube. I just really do. Thank you for watching my video.